Alright everyone, welcome back to Runaway. As if the last set didn't make it abundantly clear that I have already checked right the fuck out of this game, I'm now just going to use the guide. There's no puzzle to this game, and apparently I had a look at the reviews. This is very much the low watermark for the Runaway series. First one, pretty fun, had some nice moments in it, it was pretty straightforward, and apparently the one after this, also pretty good. This was the one that really fell into the worst trappings of bad point-and-click adventure design, and I can understand why people maybe didn't like it so much. So, we needed to work out precisely, something. Vaguely. Yes, we needed to work out where the Witch Doctor's hut was so we could revive a fucking cockatoo. And, amazingly enough, the place we've got to go is the fucking military camp. And trust me, there is a reason for this. So I'm going to go and see the Colonel again. Right, to talk with the soldier, thank you very much. But yes, I just have, like, a fairly large screenshot of the next, maybe, hour or so of the game, and hopefully that will be enough to get me through there.
I'd like to talk with the Colonel again.
Again? You're lucky I'm so friendly. Anyone else would have sent you packing. Don't take your eyes off him, Felton.
Right, so apparently what we're supposed to do here is...
Leslie, that civilian from before wants to talk to the Colonel again. All right, Felton, accompany the civilian into the Colonel's tent, as you ordered. Leslie, I brought you the guy.
Very well. Come closer. Mr. At your orders, my Colonel. My father, Colonel, isn't gonna be happy about this. Please wait by the desk.
Jesus Christ, just every single part of his character design is incredibly
That civilian
off-putting.
from before wants to speak with you, my Colonel.
Paint a target on his ass and release him in the shooting range, flower pot.
Are you sure, Daddy?
I'm not your daddy here, Lester. Get in here. We have to talk. Good Lord, so tall and so stupid.
Hang on a second, very quickly. Write on the
Why the
notebook.
heck not? My writing is so similar to Leslie's that I could get him to believe he wrote it himself, following his father's orders. If I do it carefully...
Fucking
nobody will
moon
see
logic!
What should I put?
Locate us in the northwest part of the island. You're an imbecile. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I may not get anywhere by doing this, but what the heck?
How was I supposed to know I could do this? That's so fucking out there when it comes to figuring out what to do next.
Out of my sight, flower pot.
God
Come in,
damn.
Mr. Whatever you're called.
Thanks.
I see you're still alive, civilian boy.
No fucking thanks to you.
Did you finally come to tell me what the heck you're doing on my island?
No.
I don't feel like talking to you anymore.
Just for the record, you're not leaving because you wanted. You're leaving because I threw you out. Make like a bee and buzz off.
Right, we now... I fucking hate this so much. We go to another location. Just any location, so let's just go to the cove. Yeah, sure is, there's a nice cove. Right, let's leave again, go back to the military camp and talk with the fucking guard again. Because what we had to do was go somewhere else to let this next quest flag, like, fucking trigger. And then go talk to the Colonel again, because now the fucking secretary is going to bring up the coordinates.
I'd like to talk with the Colonel again.
Again?
Didn't you talk to that guy like fucking 35 seconds ago? Ah, well. Oh, Jesus Christ. This whole section is just the fucking worst. Now get on my dick. Wait, no, hang on a second. Let's have a look at the notebook.
Lucky thing Leslie writes down all the orders in there.
So are they gonna say something?
They contain military material, no doubt. They're probably filled with fuel. General headquarters of the 13th Infantry Regiment.
So, as far as I'm aware...
No, Leslie told me
God
to stay
fucking damn
put,
it!
And that thing's surrounded by soldiers. I'd better not loiter around.
Just one more thing, sir. The coordinates of the uninhabited hut are 24 minutes, 38.1 seconds north, and 157 degrees, 2 minutes, and 10 seconds west.
I'd better jot that down before I forget.
And why in blue blazes would I care about that? Pull those shirt tails out of your britches. You're not in grammar school anymore.
I wish I had a GPS. Then I could enter those coordinates and find Kai's grandpa's hut in 2 shakes of a parrot's tail.
Out of my sight, flower pot.
You can come in, Mr. whatever you're called.
Thanks.
Speak like a bee and buzz, 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 buzz.
Right! Now that that's been taken care of, now we need to go somewhere else. So, who might have a GPS, you might be asking yourself? Well, there was a kid with the new games console. Surely they wouldn't have confused a games console for a GPS now, would they? Surely not. Surely that would be fucking ridiculously stupid. Ah, sorry, I have completely missed something. I have to go and talk for the first... Okay, first of all, you talk with the guy who might actually logistically have it. O'Connor, our other military guy who is as thick as 2 fucking short planks.
The guy has some odd habits, but I kind of like him.
He shot at a fucking cockatoo.
Soldier O'Connor.
Sir, yes, sir.
Do you have a GPS?
You weren't equipped with a GPS device by any chance, were you?
Shoot, sir. I knew you'd find me out in the end.
Excuse me?
I've been a fool, sir. I should have told you from the very beginning.
Told me what?
I lost it, sir.
The GPS?
Yes, sir. I swear I had it when I left the camp, because I kept checking my coordinates before lunch. Then this rowdy kid came and chased me around. Maybe someone took advantage and stole it from me then, sir.
Well, don't get your khakis in a knot over it.
I will accept my punishment with honor and integrity, sir.
Nobody's gonna punish you, O'Connor. However, if you do remember where you left it, or who might have stolen it from you, let me know.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Rowdy Kid, clearly that's gonna be...
Return to your position, soldier. And remember, I'm watching you.
At your orders,
None
sir.
of these puzzles can be remotely straightforward. They all have to involve some arbitrary level of, oh, you thought it was going to have to result in going here, but no, you had to actually go somewhere else to do it, for reasons you would not be able to ascertain unless you had really exhaustively gone through a bunch of dialogue trees.
Alright, I'm sure Knife was exaggerating a bit. How could a cute little boy be so evil? Look at him, just an innocent child playing with his console. I'll go talk to the cute thing.
He's gonna be a little shit.
Hello, Koala. Wanna chat with Uncle Brian? Well, I'll take that as a yes. Don't you know how to talk yet? Well, this is just what I needed. Getting this kid to speak is gonna cause more blood, sweat, and tears than it did with Joshua. He doesn't seem to have anything I need anyway, though.
Should I not talk with Knife about, like... does this kid have, like, developmental should he not have, like, a fucking social carer or something? Oh, fucking hell, never mind. Like, he's clearly big enough to be, like, a fucking 3-year-old. At that point, some level of vocalization should be taking place.
Okay, let's try again. I bet you really know your way around this island. Have you, by chance, ever been to a hut in the jungle? He may have been, but I can't imagine him leading me there. Your father says you're a miniature lunatic. No, that just seems to amuse him.
Okay. Do I really do what I'm about to do? Let me have a look here. Okay, right. So, hang on a second.
This is a waste.
So I have to look at the video game
can't
console
see the
specifically.
screen, but from the sound. Wait a minute. O'Connor said he lost his GPS when he was chasing after some rowdy kid. Of course, it all adds up. Kai and Knife went to have their beer brunch at Lokilani's bar, and in the meantime, Koala was driving O'Connor nuts and stole the GPS, thinking it was a video game console.
These guys are not responsible caregivers for this child. I'd like to bring that up and make it clear. Can I have?
The idea of stealing from a child doesn't exactly make me feel proud. In fact, I haven't taken it from him yet.
Brian,
and I
this
already
is
feel
far from the
totally
worst
ashamed.
thing you have done in the last
Gina's
48
life
hours.
And a foul-mouthed parrot are in jeopardy, so I better go for it. That snotty little brat! He almost bit my finger off.
Yeah, I feel like the game's writers have misinterpreted snotty little brat and child who possibly does need like some additional, like, I don't know, counseling or specialist care, like at this age and still aggressively biting, stealing and refusing to vocalize clearly. Like, that kid's somewhere on the spectrum. I'm not saying that in any kind of demeaning way, just I don't necessarily like the game just going, he's just a little piece of shit. Like, no. Fuck you, Brian. I'm trying to at least understand what's going on here. Because what I have to do is apply a drunk lemur to this small child.
That makes no sense. Great idea. If anyone could get this kid under his semi-opposable thumb and swipe the GPS, this little
Let me
demon.
just sick this alcoholic, flea-bitten lemur.
This could get ugly. I'd better be moving along. Something tells me those two are gonna get along just great. I hope it didn't break when it hit the ground.
That's really your main
I get to
concern
see
right
it
now,
hit the ball,
Brian.
and it's still
Really?
as good as new. I'll sure miss little demon, but at least I got what I needed.
I got mine, I guess. Hey Kai, ignore the sounds of a small child being savaged by a lemur coming from that shack. Fuck. I'm calling CPS when I get back to fucking dry land. You guys are fucking nuts. Right. Do I go to Luana Beach or do I just straight up use the GPS with the coordinates? Hang on a second here. Right, so just go to the inventory, look at this.
Truth is, it would be easy to mistake this for a video game console.
Oh, hang on a second.
Let's see if I can figure out how to use this contraption. Excellent. Now, I just have to follow the instructions the GPS gives me, and sooner or later I'll find the hut. Let's see. I turn that way. I climb those rocks, then to the right. Now I go straight.
Success!
Bingo. No doubt about it. This must be the hut.
Or it's the weirdest looking fucking Arby's I've ever seen.
It has a garden surrounded by a fence, sculptures everywhere. It's pretty tall compared to the other huts. It's like the Empire State Building of Mala Island. Let's see if it looks the way I expect.
We go in, it's just a fucking TGI Fridays. Or a Weatherspoons.
Now there's no doubt about it. This could only be a witch doctor's hut.
One would like to call this an orgy of evidence, given the fuck me how many. Okay, this is now officially beaten out Mystery of the Druids for most ludicrous amount of skulls in a single eldritch location. Fucking hell! Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'd say 16. 16 times 3, 6, 12, 18. 48 skulls just in that rough row, if we're assuming there's 1, 2, 3 more off-screen that I can't see directly. Just Jesus Christ, alright.
He looks like he's pretty PO'd, like any respectable tiki.
What about disrespectable tikis? Would they be fairly chill?
It's truly grotesque. I don't think that's a good plan.
I don't know, you're still fucking everything else around here.
I remember reading that they were used for almost everything in some cultures, from cradles for babies to battle shields, and even in ceremonial outfits.
Okay, primitive dressing tape. Do we... Alright, you know what, never fucking mind.
Well, it's probably some sort of shrine.
Yeah, fuck it, let's deface it. Woo, let's get colonial up in this bitch.
Man, I'd take one of the items here in this little keepsake box, but I really don't see what I could do with a collection of dusty bones.
You are quite literally a Spaniard. Never mind, I'm not going to go there. We'll leave it, Alright, so keep having a look around, I guess.
It looks like a primitive throne. Primitive and spooky, if you ask me.
I don't like how you keep on using the word fucking primitive that way. Just, it's a fucking witch doctor's hut. You're not about to find a fucking iPhone in a charger in the corner of the fucking room.
It's most likely used for religious ceremonies, like a baptismal font. I think it weighs too much.
Can I apply my stunned cockatoo to the ceremonial basin?
No, I'd rather keep it with me until Kai can revive it.
Okay. Oh, do I have to bring Kai with me? Can I sacrifice Alani to it?
I don't think that's a good... No, I'd rather keep it with...
Okay, well, I found this. I guess this was entirely just a waste of time. I now need to go back and fucking tell... Oh, for fuck's sake. You!
The guy must be a monster on the waves. It's a bit...
Well, it's all quiet inside that hut, so one of them is dead.
Hi again, Kai.
Aloha, Brian. What's up?
I know where your grandpa's hut is. Come help with me. Come help me revive my cock.
Hey, I know where your grandpa's hut is now.
That's who.
Pulling my leg, brah. How'd you find it? I remember it was practically impossible to reach.
Hey, I've never been that bad an explorer, and you must admit my sense of direction is pretty darn good. On the basis of the data you gave me, I began to walk northeast, paying proper attention to the direction of the sun's rays and using the reflections of the sun.
I hate you so much! Shut up, you self-aggrandizing sphincter of a human being! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! No one cares! It's not funny! It's not clever! It's not remotely interesting! It's just waffly filler that provides nothing other than reinforcing the very simple fact that was established very early on that Brian is an egocentric cunthole!
And voila! There was the hut.
You're one awesome brah. And to think that any other poser would have needed a GPS to find it.
Oh yeah, there are some real dimwits out there. The hut is located a few hours away, so let's get hopping.
You'll have to hop on your own, brah. Without my prosthetic leg, I doubt I could get that far.
Fucking seriously! Fine, I need to find your prosthetic leg! You lazy bastard! You have been you can get to the fucking beach fine when it comes down to getting a fucking beer. Wait. Metal detector? Where the fuck is there a... Okay,
I don't see the reason for doing that.
Fuck the sand turtle!
No, better not bug those two now that they're getting to know each other.
Where's the fucking metal detector? What metal detector? Did I miss something here? Again, one of these moments where being able to auto-highlight everything would be fucking fantastic.
These witch doctors sure have a funny way of organizing their pantries, from what I see.
Okay, so nothing. So apparently there's a metal detector somewhere that I have not figured out yet. Fuck! Why must the game be so fucking unnecessary?
It seems less angry than most of the tikis I've seen.
It's pretty chill.
Okay, but I'll just wait a few centuries for erosion to round off the sharp edges.
I don't fucking
Looks like
know.
a primitive cemetery.
Just
Doesn't even have a
say
refreshment
cemetery!
stand.
It's all so primitive, Brian. Isn't it so fascinating, Brian, that it's less fucking technologically advanced than you, Brian? You don't go to fucking medieval Europe and say, "Ooh, a primitive building." No, you call it a fucking castle.
Well, as long as I'm already kicking things around, I may as well find something softer, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, how about your head? So I need a metal detector from fucking somewhere, apparently. You know what? If this fucks recording, I don't care. I'm just going to go back and look and see if I can find this fucking... Right. Where is the pissing metal detector? Oh. Oh, it was there. There is allegedly a metal detector around here. Oh, look at room underst... No hint as to this whatsoever.
It looks like a storeroom for keeping old junk. I can hardly see my hand in front of my face, but let's take a look. Oh, holy mother of... I think a sack full of sand just fell on my head or something like that. And that rod of iron I just ran into. Hey, it's a metal detector. I'm definitely holding on to that for later use. Plus, I'll avoid having it fly into my face again. Ouch, that hurt! The worst thing about these tumbles is you get struck by all the objects you're carrying. And I don't exactly walk around empty-handed.
So if I could just take a moment here. So we needed to go and find this guy's false leg. Which he has. Like, he clearly went, like, well, I have one, but I don't know where it is. He could have then said, well, oftentimes things get dropped and then they get lost in the sand, and I know that there's a beachcombing tour that the local restaurant does, and they often keep a lot of stuff. Like, any amount of that information would at least point me in this rough direction, but no, nothing. Absolutely nada. Not only that, but... It's not even remotely obvious that that's a location you can search unless you mouse over it trying to look at the fucking crab.
Lucky thing there aren't many steps.
Shut the fuck up, Brian. Hobbling fucking bell end. Right. Okay. I have this. I go here, I go back to the cave, I take the fucking metal detector, and I put it on the sand turtle.
Why didn't I think of that before? If the Rugrat has been using the prosthetic leg as a shovel, it may be buried near the turtle. Here it is. It's just the way Kai described it.
Well, I'm pretty certain he didn't just find a second, completely unrelated prosthetic leg. Oh god, I've got to stop trying to think about the logic of this game. It's just going to cause me too much fucking grief.